Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, The Tree Hugger. My name's Adia and today we're doing something a little bit different. If you've ever been on my page before, you know that I'm pretty much all things juice at this point, but today we're doing something a little bit different. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through step by step how I make my very delicious watermelon, lime, and mint popsicles. These popsicles are made with a little sweet treat, which is whole chunks of watermelon inside, which adds the perfect crunch to these popsicles that'll cool you off on any hot summer day. For my popsicles, I'll be using this 2-piece silicone mold set from Time and Table. So far, they've been super easy to work with and clean. The only downside is that they only make 3 popsicles at a time, and in hindsight, I should have purchased a second mold, which I mean, I still can, or at least a larger one, because let's be honest, 3 popsicles only get you so far. So I'm gonna start off with my limes just because I am working with my Nama J2 juicer, and as you can see, I have the citrus attachment here today. So starting off, I'm gonna have about, 10 limes. If you are not the biggest fan of the lime flavor, you can do fewer, or you can even substitute these out for some lemon. I think lemon will work very well in this recipe, though I have not tried it. So if you try it as a substitute, let me know what you think. I decided to use the citrus attachment as opposed to my base Nama J2 juicer. I'll use that for the rest of the recipe, but for this one, the citrus attachment is just so easy. If you've been around for a little while, you may have heard that I actually have eczema on my hands, and sometimes during flare-ups, it can be really painful to get any sort of lemon juice or lime juice on my hands. It's kind of like when you get lemon juice on a cut. That's pretty much what it feels like. And so even though my hands are pretty okay right now, I just like to use this attachment to ensure that there aren't any very tiny cuts that might accidentally get lime juice inside. That would be very painful and not fun for me. This way I can just touch the top of the lime, but I really don't end up with any juice on my hands, as opposed to if I were just trying to remove the peel from these so that they could go into the juice hopper, which is how I used to do it before I got this handy dandy little attachment. All right, all of the limes have been juiced. That was a super straightforward and easy process to juice these limes, and if you look on the inside, I mean, it does a pretty good job of cleaning them out. If you want to learn more about the citrus attachment, I do have a video that does more of a deep dive. I'll link it on the screen here so you can check it out. And guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, but knowing you, I'm sure you already did. I'm gonna quickly change out the citrus attachment for my Nama J2 juice hopper, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's time to add in the watermelon and mint. Obviously my watermelon is diced up, and unfortunately I cannot get seeded watermelon, which I really just prefer for the flavor. So I have the seedless watermelon. I think it'll still be good. Seedless is also probably best if you're going to be making this recipe in a blender. That way you don't have to worry about straining out any of the crunched up seeds later. If you're working with a juicer, they tend to be able to handle those better in my opinion, but we have seedless today. I really don't even have to cut these up more. I just realized I'm so used to doing it. But I am gonna be sure, okay, I'll leave these on the side because like I said, I want some of those chunks of watermelon inside of the popsicles just to give it a nice little chewy crunch. And the rest of the watermelon will be used for the actual juice. So this was three diced cubes. I think that'll be plenty. I don't want too big of chunks on the inside. Everything else is gonna get popped into the juicer. Y'all, I love a good snack. I'm a snack girl all the way through, but I've really been wanting to cut back on unnecessary added sugars and calories, and these popsicles are a really great way to still satisfy that sweet tooth without going too in on the added sugars. Also, because I juice so much, this is a really fun way to use up my juice before it goes bad, and it's a great alternative to those store-bought popsicles, which can often contain artificial dyes and sweeteners and even preservatives and thickeners that can cause digestive problems over time. Homemade juice popsicles are super easy and relatively affordable to make, but I think my favorite part is how much you can really customize the flavors. My watermelon is almost done and about to overflow. Make sure you keep an eye on the tank. I'm just gonna remove the little stems from my mint, and then I'll pop these in there as well. I've been growing mint in my yard, which is just such a nostalgic experience for me, because when I would go over to my grandmother's house as a kid, she would often be out in her yard and she just had mint growing all over the place. I think it was mojito mint or sweet mint, maybe both. But I just like that smell always lingers in my mind, and even right now as I'm picking these off of the stems, it's like bringing back memories for me. Not only is it delicious and sweet smelling, but mint also has compounds that relax the muscles in your digestive tract, which is helpful for like if you're feeling gassy or bloated after a meal. Plus it is super cooling. So yeah, I just love having a mint plant in my garden. It makes me feel like I have my life a little bit together. And this is about the size of those watermelon chunks that I'm gonna put inside of the popsicles. I have here about 1.25 liters of watermelon, mint, and lime juice. Definitely not gonna fit all of this inside of the molds, which is perfectly fine because now I have some leftover juice that I can just enjoy as a drink or make additional popsicles, because like I said, these probably won't make it through the night in this house. I already put in my like popsicle sticks. What you want to do before you pour in your liquid, just pour slowly and carefully. And I'm filling it up enough to cover the popsicle stick, but not so much to the brim that when I try to move it, it'll spill out. Let's drop these in, and they fit perfectly. Because I didn't fill up the molds all the way, it leaves me plenty of space to put in as many chunks as I want, which is perfect because I like a lot of them. Also had one piece of mint left over, so I'm just gonna like sprinkle that on in there. I feel like it'll taste good, hopefully. Sometimes you try stuff in the kitchen and it works out better in your head, but I feel like this one's gonna be good. All right, clean it up a little bit. Just gonna clean up these edges a tad bit. These look so pretty. I can't wait to show you. All right, cover it up, and then I'm gonna grab a tray to put this on inside of the freezer. Let it freeze for an hour, and I'll see y'all then with the final result. All right, y'all, and here are watermelon, lime, and mint popsicles. Let's go ahead and open it up. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. If you want to see more homemade fruit juice popsicle recipes, go ahead and comment down below. What are your favorite flavors? And I just might make a video.